Hey there guys, welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I don't know what episode this is, actually, just thinking about it. Well, we'll figure that out sometime in the future. This also kind of needs to be dealt with. Just kind of digging this out, if and when possible. Oh, I shouldn't have done that because I wanted to pick up all these things. God damn it. Okay, well. Also deconstruct this, this, and this. There we go. Suddenly they're down here and they're like, yeah, you know what? We can actually do some of these things that we said we couldn't do. It's like, oh, all of these were unreachable digs, but suddenly we can just go into the water and dig. Congratulations to us. Let us do this and then this, like so. That should be sufficient. Okay, so we're still picking stuff up. I wanna get a good dose of pick-up-able things. Those can be deconstructed, and we can dig this out, I think. Look at that lovely bit of hydrogen right there. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Alright, so, oh crap, I don't have my, oh, 1 second, everything's fine. How long have you been going, like, a couple of minutes? Oh, and there's a message from my mum. There we go. My mum who left me a message that was like, so she needed to deliver some of my thyroxine, which is for my thyroid problems. And I'm kind of out a little bit. We're waiting for delivery on the new stuff. But she's got some old stuff from a while back. And so, you know, we were gonna pretty much get that sorted like that, I guess. Yeah. Can we not get to there, really? Well, one thing we should do is dig that out. And then I guess we'll just maybe that will do. Yeah, so my mum was gonna drop off my medication for me. And unfortunately, I was like heading towards passing out, you know, like tired, sleeping. So I was like, well, it may take a bit of time. You may, I may not be there, Mum. When you get there, she's like, well, I don't have a key. How are we gonna deal with that? And I was like, well, I can leave the window open for like, you know, like my flatmate will be about. But if you're worried about like waking her up. You can just you know, you can just like drop it in the window and then close the window afterwards. And she was like, yeah, okay, that's cool. And then I woke up the next morning to a message from my mum that was like, hey, so sorry sorry I didn't catch you, you know, you were asleep. I left. I saw the bedroom window was open before I saw the kitchen window, so I just dropped it in your bedroom window, which is like right next to my head. So my mum must have been like, you know, kind of throwing pills because it's quite high and my mum's fairly short. So my mum must have like seen the open bedroom window and was just throwing pills into my room. So that's interesting. Thanks for that, Mum. It's not at all vaguely creepy. That you were like, the bedroom window's open. Yes, I'll throw stuff in there, which just makes me laugh for some reason. Oh god. So yeah, that happened. Hey Mum. I don't think she watches my videos much at the moment, but yeah. So that was an awesome time. Bizarre, but awesome. So for this, we'd need 5 to 23 degrees, and we're just not getting that anywhere. Like, maybe up this way? Seems to be fairly cool over here. But then it gets warmer again. Like, there's no kind of cool area. And then, like, you're going into this, which is, like, really quite warm. And you're going down to this, which is, like, minus a whole load. So, I don't know. I don't know what's to do there. Lost a lot of water down there, also. Yeah. Yeah. Did I thought I set up an area for the pincher pepper plants here. But apparently I didn't. How about we try that? I think maybe that's what I was going to do. O to rotate. That's P. That's P, mate. Yep. Okay, so O to rotate. Like so. 6, 7? And then what we'll do... what does the pincher pepper plant need? It needs 35 to 85 degrees. What's it down here? Oh yeah, that's acceptable. Okay. So how about we tile it up? Let's say about here. I think we can do that. And then we dig it out here. And obviously dig it out here. We've got some coal right next to it as well, which will be nice. Speed things up a little bit. This is gonna be so haphazard, to be honest. May as well drive the ladder all the way down. There we go. Research-wise, have we got the... No, we would like the sanitation. I'm gonna do this, and then we'll leave it, and... Well, we need more of these, don't we? We could put them here. You know what? Let's do that. That kind of makes sense. Except for that. And then we'll, wow. There we go. So now I have another line of... It shouldn't be that long, really. Like, now that we're thinking about it, and I say we, I mean I, they're gonna have to run, like, all the way down the line to get the stuff here. But, you know what? Let's do it. I don't know why, but let's do it. Okay, so... I had a really weird encounter with, You know what we're gonna have to do here? We're gonna have to do that. Otherwise someone's gonna get stuck. Yeah, I had a really weird encounter with a, I don't know, it's not bag boy, because I think that's an American term, bag boy, and I think it refers to people who, like, specifically pack the groceries in kind of supermarkets and stuff. I'd say, I guess, someone on the till of a kind of mini supermarket. I can't think of the other word that it could be. It's basically like, it's not really a big supermarket where there's lots of stuff available. It's more like kind of, you know, a small shop that sells a whole load of different things. Convenience store, maybe? I don't know what to call these things. God damn it. But yeah, so I had all my shopping done, and I came up to the counter, to the till, and I was like, "Hey, what's up? You know, here's my stuff." And he was like, "Okay, yeah, let's get this going." So he started like usually I'm perfectly fine to pack my own bags, you know. Like, they're not particularly amazing at it anyway, in general, I find. So doing it yourself is just, you know, I'm not particularly good at it either, don't get me wrong. It's just there's no difference between me doing it and them doing it. Except for, you know, I have to take the food home, so I care a little bit as to whether I fuck it up. You know, like crushing down shit and that kind of thing. Like, sometimes I've had it crushed down. Boom. So there was that, and the guy would, like, I, like, got my bag out. I have, like, a bag for life, which I remember about 1 in 5 times. The other times they have to give me a bag for life. So I've got about 300,000 bags for life. It's very nice. So that happened, and I was like, okay, cool. Let's do this dance, motherfucker. And, I had my bag for life, and he took it off me, and I was like, okay, fair enough. Either way, I'm not too fussy, you know. If I'm willing to do my bags, sometimes they'll take the bag and do it themselves anyway, and sometimes they'll be like, nope, you got this, I'm gonna let you do your thing. And so he took the bag, and he started packing it up. And I was standing there, and I was waiting for the things, and he's like, you know, do you need anything else? And I was like, yeah, pack of smokes. And he went on, he like finished, he stopped packing the bag with my groceries like halfway through, and went to get the smokes, and like vaguely pushed the bag towards me, and I'm like, I don't want to step on his toes. Like, if this is something he wants to do, and then I suddenly, you know, I'm the asshole who's like, this guy can't pack my bags correctly, you know, he's done half, but I'll fix it, and yeah, and then just start packing the bags myself. So I was kind of like standing there like, should I do this? Should I pack my bag? Or is he going to come back and be like weirdly awkward about me packing my own bags? I think about things way too much, just for the record, in case any of you are wondering. I do freely admit that I think about these things and wonder about these things way too much. So let's just slow this down a scooch. We're almost there with packing everything up. So got all of these things to do, and we've got a little bits and pieces around here, but for the most part we good. We're even growing this. We're not growing this. It needs irrigation. It needs polluted. We don't have polluted water. God, Sheepy, you're such a dumb butt. Well, we can leave this here for now, and then later on we can put some pipes down here to irrigate this with polluted water. Okay. So yeah, that's something that happened, and he came back and immediately rung me up and was like, money please, and I'm like, but I've got half of my food still just sitting on the counter. I need to pack that up, and I didn't know that, so I was like, okay, well, I'll give him the money. So I gave him the money, and I was like, desperately like started to pack up my groceries, and he did that. He like did the money, and then like handed me to the change, you know, like, here's the change, while I was still packing up the groceries with a fair bit left to do. And I was like, okay, groceries, money, yes, money. And then he kind of like put his hand out to take the groceries to like finish packing them up, I guess. And I was, at this point, I was thoroughly confused and upset with just pretty much everything that had happened so far. You know, I don't like these kind of situations. This is why I want this. It's like the kissing. You know, the kissing that happens in when you meet someone who you kind of know but you don't really know, and they're like, oh hey, it's, you know, we haven't seen each other for ages, you know, family, friends, and that kind of thing, and they like lean in for a kiss, and you're going for a hug or maybe a handshake. And then you're like, okay, kiss, sure, but how many kisses? You know, is it 1 on the cheek? Is it 2 on the cheek? Is it you just keep going till one of you stops? You know, what are the rules here? And this is what I like about other countries compared to the UK and possibly America. No offense, Americans, I don't know how kissy you guys get when you meet each other. In Hollywood, it's probably like a blowjob or something. But for the UK, there is no governing rule that says how much you have to kiss, how many times you have to kiss someone on the cheeks. So some people it's like, oh, it's 2. Some people it's 1. Some people it's 20. You know, there's no defense for it. There's no, you know, kind of like this is the thing, is if someone else randomly has an arbitrary number of times you have to kiss them on the cheek when you say hello to them, personally I like to go for the don't ever do that. Just, you know, nod awkwardly and pretend that you're not feeling embarrassed and awkward. But that's just my preference. So if you have you know what we're gonna do actually, can we try this? Let's just try this. Will this work? I'm gonna put this here and drop out the and we're gonna drop out the contaminated, polluted water and see if this actually works. I don't think it will, but we'll see. Because we don't have anywhere to put the polluted water anyway right now, so... And I don't mind if this water here gets polluted. In the end, we could just pump polluted, you know, have this water be polluted and just pump it back up into here. So yeah, like, that's the thing about the whole kissing scenario, which I really despise, is like, if it's accepted in general that you have a couple of kisses on the cheek and you're done, 2 kisses on the cheek, you're done, you know, then I feel safe that if someone else has something different and they're like, okay, 1, 2, 3, and I'm like sitting there like 3, what the fucking craziness is this? This isn't how I conduct business, sir or madam. At the very least... Okay, it doesn't look like that's working. Oh, it's actually body temperature this time. Is it 2? Needs to be 35, and it's not as high as it was, I guess. But the carbon dioxide's down there. It should be high enough. Well, okay. Where the fuck were we? Like, seriously, where were we? Oh, yeah, kissing. Like, at least if someone has a different number of kissing than I'm used to, at least I can go like, well, that's all very well said and done, but I have something completely different in mind. Yeah, let's disable this. Disable. But still disable. Okay, you know what? Just deconstruct it. That's fine. And we'll mop this up. Sorry guys, but I just, you know, I'll do it the easy way, to be honest. At least if someone has a different way of doing it, I can fall back on, but this is how it's done. You know, it's not perfect, but it gives me kind of like social armor, and I always feel like I need social armor, you know? Like, I'm not comfortable in social situations, so if I have some social armor, it makes me feel more comfortable for that moment in time. You know, I feel like, okay, cool. You know, things may go wrong, but at least I have that fallback defense to kind of go with. And it's the same with this situation with the bag person, the guy on the till who was you know, kind of doing up my stuff. Like, I could basically go, you know, if there was a guaranteed thing where either you packed my bags or you didn't pack my bags, I'm perfectly fine with that. But different people do different things in that store alone, you know, not even to mention like other stores. In that store, there's like on and off like 6 or 7 people who work there on the till, and some of them pack your bags and some of them don't. But this guy, Jesus Christ, this guy like frickin', he was like, yeah, I'll pack your bag, and then stop, and then start again, and confuse the fuck out of you. And then, you know, once he kind of reached for my bag, my automatic reaction was like, no, I'm packing this bag. Because I was like, you know, this is just going to get confusing, and it's going to end up with people pissed off, basically. You know, they're going to be like, dude, I've been waiting here behind you for 3 hours, and now you're making this guy pack your bags? Like, Jesus Christ, can't you just pack your bags yourself? So anyway, I started packing my bag. Went brilliantly. I finished packing my bag, and then it was like, he basically, after I like held onto my bag, I was like, no, it's fine, I'll do it. And I don't think I said, no, it's fine, I'll do it. But if I did, that could explain why the next thing happened, which is he immediately like called the next person to the till while I'm still like packing up my bags. So this really awkward woman, like middle-aged woman, walks up and puts her stuff down, and he starts checking her out at the exact same time where I'm like awkwardly packing up my bags because there's some stuff left. And it was just, you know, it's not one of those things where you're like, dude, that's just the worst. But if you have forms of social anxiety where you don't like being unsure of what to do in certain situations and things like that, it is the worst. Like, if any of you have social anxiety and these kind of things, like, back me up on this shit. It is the worst, right? It's not cool. You're just like, oh god, I'm so awkward and confused, and I don't know what to do, and just stop everything right now and save me. Yeah, that temperature is not great. We'll figure something out. We can maybe there's something else we can make down here. Possibly. We'll figure it out. So yeah, that was my foray into social niceties and chatting with people. It was not the best, I have to say. I'm not a huge fan of being forced to interact with people on any kind of basis. I try to avoid it if I can. But sometimes I guess you just can't avoid it, and it happens, and you're just like, well, here we are in a situation. By the way, if you ever meet me, if I ever get to the point where I'm big enough or popular enough, or just it happens where we're at like some meeting of YouTubers or video creators, you know, whatever the fuck it is, like, just shake my hand, max. You know, hold your hand out and I'll shake it. You know, don't like go in for a hug and then be, you know, because that's gonna get awkward for me, and then I'm gonna be upset with you for making me awkward. I'm gonna complain about you on a video. I'm gonna be like, this motherfucker, like, he's seen my videos, she's seen my videos, she knows how awkward I am with hugs and stuff. She came up right up to me, and then she like hugged me and kind of half went in for a kiss, so I went in for a kiss, and then she said I was sexually harassing her because you know, that's like the cool thing to do nowadays. And then my YouTube channel flopped. I don't know. Maybe maybe YouTube collapses and we all transition to Pornhub, because people will never stop watching porn, and all the video creators will just be fucking over on Pornhub, like with adverts and shit like that. It could be good, you know, it could be good. Watch for me. I may make a channel on Pornhub. Fuck it, I may just go into porn, because, you know, what is really missing from the market of porn is chubby, hairy, slightly beardy gamers who just have got no ability to run, you know, inverted commas, proper jobs. Anyway, aside from that delectable rant on people who are just trying to do their jobs, that's the end of the video. So, thanks for watching, guys. Oxygen Not Included is back. I don't know when the next update is, and I'm not having my tooth out for a while. I got the months wrong. If you want to know more about that, I put it up in my Discord. And I think I may put it up as an announcement on my YouTube community bit, which, honestly, I'm finding quite useful. So, you know, keep an eye on that if you want to see, like, updates and stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It always helps out a lot. Fuck it. There is also the Patreon if you want to support me a little bit more. And I'll see you in the next one.